6-4. If he's going to take this leg out, you sense he may have to get the biggest check out of the week so far. And Kurt Parry begins the Super Series stare-down competition.
That's definitely a thing in 2025, isn't it?
64. Kurt, you require 12.
It's all Conan's fault. Double three. And that's the problem with 12s, 6s and 3s. It's only a 3 breakdown. It's the same as tops. 20s, 10s, 5s. But if you think about 16s, it breaks down more than that. It means there's less jeopardy. At least Parry's coming back for double 6 this time.
Kurt, you require 12.
Back down to double 3 again, but this time he finds that Parry eventually gets the break in the opening leg. He had a dart when it's in 11, he gets it done in 17. But 3 match darts have come and gone, and he did miss opportunities to beat Darren Brown yesterday.
I think Evetts knows
100
that the game could well be up.
Kurt, you require
Second visit to complete the match. To bring the gap to 2.
Game shot.
Well, Kurt Parry has got off to the perfect start on Tuesday. He knew he had to beat Ted Evetts in his opening match of the session, and that is exactly what he's done. For Evetts, it's his first defeat of the group, and in keeping with what happened yesterday, a 4-0 victory to kick off the session.
And at the minute, Wusi is learning to win.
100. Reece require 160.
Another chance at a 160. Another chance slips by.
81. David, you require
Colley took that finish out in this fixture yesterday en route to a 4-1 win, but it's 3-0 here today with Wusi. His breakdown on tots and 10s has been really good so far. The 3 legs he's won in this match have been on either that combination. And so David, to get over the line, is looking at double 2. Now he's in the madhouse. And that is 6 darts for the match that's been missed by Wusi. And Colley's going to get his opportunity. And he takes it from 3-0 behind. Reece Colley reels off 4 legs on the spin to get the better of David Wusi by 4 legs to 3. David will wonder how he's lost that match. 6 missed darts and a double to get over the line. But Colley scrapping away, chipping away, and picking the points up to move him on to 8. He'll either be on the red button or he'll be on a pre-packaged highlight show. This is a big opportunity, this Victorious, and this is something that the ADT Europe are giving to players from different regions, from different parts of the world. And the first day's experience is seemingly doing Victorious the world of good, because instantaneously that was so much better.
Game on.
Looking at 98 to take us all the way. Cannot find the treble 19, which would have given him a dart at tops, and so Brown, double 9 for the match.
38. Darren, you require 18.
Well, the Brown in snooker is worth 4 points.
Darren Brown.
And it's 4 legs for Darren Brown on this occasion once again. And he may just be a difficult person to displace in the middle of the table. He might be in a dogfight for Group B, but he is not out of the question for topping the group, because he's only 2 points behind now after beating Stylianou by 4 legs to 2. And round 1 is over. I knew he was going to hit the treble 20 as soon as I said that. And that's the jeopardy.
82. Reece require 56.
Wow, he says. Cannot believe how wide he pulled that from the mark. And Reece Colley beginning to make a mark. 2-1-2 the goods. He was 1-0 down in this contest, but the man from Dudley has reeled off 2 on the spin to turn the tides around early on in the contest. And for Ted Evetts, as perfect as yesterday was, is as disastrous as today could begin to come if he loses 2 in a row. But he's looking to buck the trend.
180.
Fires in a max. Still not overly enamored with his display. Mentioned yesterday, despite completing the card, he felt like he was nowhere near his top level.
Do you know what? When Ted hits a 180 like that, you wonder, how does he miss? Well, he isn't.
180.
Super Ted by name This would be a super shot from Super Ted
Ted, you require 141.
for a Super Series 9. He was trying to do an Adam Mould there, wasn't he?
105.
Great leg. But when he gets it right, when he gets that release point right, gets the rhythm
29.
right, it is one of the best darts throws in the world anywhere. And that 10 darter is the best leg of the week.
Ted Evetts.
Throw has left himself on a 2-darter after a dozen. He's effectively forcing Evetts here to take out the big fish. And he might. He could. He will.
Game shot on the 5th leg.
A supersonic shot from Super Ted to hit Reece Colley where it hurts.
6th leg, it's Ted to
if this is a cartoon right now, Reece Colley has got birds floating around his head. How good was that last dart? He gambled on dart 2, but went for cover on dart 3. It has worked. It might be the only shot he gets to take Evetts out.
36, which requires 79.
It's one dart. And a double top, which has a dart in the way. But he finds it to the top corner. And despite the brilliance in the middle of that contest on Ted Evetts, Reece Colley has found a way to win. And that is back-to-back wins for the man from the Midlands. He had to ride his luck in both of them. But Colley, with 2 4-3 victories, is now level on points with Ted Evetts at the top of the leaderboard. Cannot beat a good beard. Double top, needs double 10. Razor sharp from Darren Brown. The 120 goes for the breaking throw and he leads 1-0.
Darren to throw third.
Luckily the swimming pool was out that summer, I suppose, just to cool off. Triple 18 bull. He's already had the 120 in this match. And that was as easy as 1, 2, 3. This is a finishing clinic from Darren Brown. His second tub plus check of the match to get his second leg of the match. He mismatched darts against Darren Brown yesterday and lost 4-3. It's the same fate going to rear its ugly head once again for Parry. Darren Brown isn't going to get a match dart here. May not get a match dart at all. Parry back for tops.
40.
And this time he does get, and he avoids an almighty scare. Darren Brown pushed him all the way. He had to survive a couple of real big finishes, did the Welshman. He's not pleased with his performance, not one bit, but he'd be happy with the 2 points he's accrued there. It looked hard work, it looked hot and hard bother for him.
Able to sustain that level. Does get a shot at tops. Oh, great recovery. That'll do his confidence the world of good. Because I would not be shocked if it was.
Tops. Where's that come from? David Wusi. Back-to-back big checkouts. And he nails the 137 by hitting tops. That, quite simply, was spectacular. He's looking at 78 for the match.
Dart at tops. And a dart to win. No messing around on this occasion. Hectorus just didn't have in his locker what Wusi did, and that was fabulous finishing. But to be fair, Stylianou didn't get enough shots at a double. I think these two have struck up a bit of a kinship over the last couple of days, and I wouldn't be surprised if Wusi is taking him under his wing and giving him a lot of advice. But unfortunately, Stylianou has lost twice to Wusi now in 2 days.
So look, it's Darren to throw first. Game on.
Oh, here we go. Stare time. He's still going, you know.
Oh, Reece.
100.
I'm going to give you a C- on that one. Can do better.
He's already netted in the top plus column, which includes a 111 with a bull 11 bull and a 160. Double.
Game
Delightful from
shot, the
Darren
fifth
Brown.
leg.
Magical from Darren Brown. He waves his magic wand and he leads 3-2.
Flag is Reece to throw first. Game on. If Reece require
Just over the bar.
104.
Colley back for 104. Well, Darren Brown's missed the 105 to win the match, but Reece Colley's going to take the 104 to break his heart. What a finish that is from Reece Colley. He's 3 wins and 3, all 3 in last leg deciders. He is showing a real battling spirit on this Tuesday.
Fleetwood and Fleetwood Mac. Oh, I just fancy hitting this quicker. Everybody would fall. The whole thing would capitulate. This isn't. Very much not capitulation for Ted.
Ted Evetts.
Who's found another little burst here.
Fourth leg is David to throw
Everything
first.
that's been good for Ted Evetts today has been so good. Legs of 14 and 12 in winning in this match. Now he gives
120.
David an opportunity to bring it back to 3-2.
And he might.
Game
It's
shot,
just
the
incredible.
fifth leg. David Wusi.
How many ton plus checkouts do you want today? This is only the halfway point.
Sixth leg is David to throw first.
Well, here's what I've got to say
Game
about the
on.
rhythm issue once again. I don't mean to keep going on about it, but it's very pertinent.
But he'll be happy with the win nonetheless, and he'll be delighted with the performance. Can he right the wrong with the previous leg? 8-8 for the 136, and it would have been his third ton plus
120.
checkout of the game.
141.
Somebody just cut the hard line because I've just had some deja vu here. Is there a black cat in here?
65. Did you require 16?
Well, it's been a tremendous performance. 4-4.
8.
But again, he cannot finish the
David,
job
you
off, and no
require
matter how well
76.
Ted Evetts is playing, David Wusi is getting chances. He's been
Game
hanging in the
shot, the
background, but he has
sixth leg.
taken pretty much
David
every
Wusi.
chance that he has got. And we go all the way to a last leg decider.
7 for
He's been sparkling in terms of his scoring. But has floundered on his
20.
finishing.
David, you require
David
24.
Wusi is going to get a chance to win this match. He's earned this opportunity. But can he take it? Can he take it? Yes, he can. And that's a defeat that's going to sting
Wusi.
Ted Evetts. David Wusi was on the back foot pretty much throughout that match. But when opportunity knocked, he took it. Ted Evetts missed 15 darts and a double despite taking out 2 ton plus checkouts. That was how crazy that match was. Ted Evetts is playing a darn sight better today than he did yesterday, but he hasn't got a point to show for it yet. But only a maximum will leave Stylianou on a finish here. Well, Parry's going to have to take this out.
Got you required 24.
He probably will.
Game
Forget
shot
probably,
and the
he
match.
does. A 95
Parry.
average for Kurt Parry, a 13 dart to the finish, a real power play towards the end. Kurt Parry 4, Victoria Stylianou 0. Ted Evetts, Darren Brown comes next. Brown here could put another nail in the Ted Evetts coffin in terms of winning this Group A. 6 darts on 220 to open up a 3-1 lead. And he leaves himself on tops after 12.
180.
It's not a coffin match, is it? Oh, it's a casket match. That's what they call it. Where the winner has to be thrust into a casket and it has to be closed.
105. Darren required 40.
If it was a coffin match, Ted Evetts would be wondering whether Charles Ingram was anywhere nearby, because he must be feeling as if he's been cheated out of today due to the brilliance of his opponents.
$102. Darren require 20.
He's had a double 6. And in his previous game, he could hit double 10 from any angle.
Game shot on the 4th leg.
And he's not messing around hitting it 3rd dart this time. He's improving.
Even himself
Ted
on a
Evetts,
double, if Ted
112.
Evetts cannot take out the 112. He's had 3 ton plus checkouts today, and he needs another one here. But he strayed wide into the treble 9. That's probably a dart that sums his day up.
Why are you going treble there? He's sitting on double 10 to win the match. Treble 10 is a gamble.
96. Darren required 20.
For a 4-2 win, Darren Brown beats Ted Evetts by 4 legs to 2. And for the 4th time today, Ted Evetts is defeated. And for the 3rd time in succession, he is averaged way in excess of 90 and has got no change. But Darren Brown really is fancying the task. He gives a little bit of a murmur towards the camera.
Reece seems to have some grip on his points. Very good.
180.
He's got a few of those.
Not allowed Torres to have a sniff in this match. He went tops. That's possibly the first time he may have dropped cover. Oh, Reece.
Well, that shot's in pieces.
Don't
do it again.
80.
What is it Kevin Costner said once? Nothing there but trouble, boy.
40.
That top shot was a mistake. It could cost him the leg.
Just underneath. And so this to get over the line.
55. Reece required 40.
To seal a 4-0 win. Colley looks at tops. Colley gets tops. And Reece Colley is on top because he is the first player to move on to 14 points in this Group A. He has beaten Stylianou comprehensively 4-0. And this is the tail of the tape from that match. Fives chasing round, and that's been the story of Kurt Parry's days so far.
Well, the main thing is he's still in this match, but for how long? He's not in the leg. There's another one.
David Wusi.
Look at the facial expression of Parry. I love this planet, you know that. It's so diverse.
$102.
Oh no. He's just realised.
He won't be teaching that at the academy anytime soon.
174.
But Kurt Parry's the one that's teaching Kim the lesson. A 174 setup to leave himself on double 18 after just a dozen darts. And this is some way to see the job through. A clinic at the finish for Kurt Parry, a 14-darter to round the match off to beat David Wusi by 4 legs to 2. And it means that him and Reece Colley will have a match in game 15 to determine who is going to top the table of points going in to Wednesday's action. Torres 108 to keep himself in the contest. He hasn't had a ton plus checkout yet this week. He's not going to get one there. In fact, he was perilously close to busting it. And so Ted, to win the match, wants double 5. And finds double 5. And in game 5, Ted Evetts eventually finds a win. Well, that was a trialsome day for Ted Evetts. His performances were better than Monday, but just couldn't conjure up a win until the last. That's how that game went statistically. Evetts winning 4-0, and he could be the player or the type of player that plays the 5-day game perfectly.
100. David require 40.
Wusi's the better player now.
Game shot on the 4th.
And he's 3-1 up as well.
David Wusi.
Causing Darren a lot of problems. This has got to be good. Another awkward 3rd dart.
No score.
2 awkward this time on the other side of the board. To where he found a lot of joy earlier.
This could be the end of the day for Darren Brown. Because Wusi finds the bumper and he finds a bumper couple of points. Wusi was on fire towards the tail end of that session. He's going to finish up the day with 8 points to his name. Just on the periphery of Group B, but he's given himself a chance going into the final day of Group A. Those are numbers from that match. 4-1 Wusi.
No score.
How many times has that happened today?
80.
3 clean darts at tops and everything high. Oh, it was a gamble.
Kurt, you require
He was trying to force it through over the top. It hits the flight.
Game shot on the
And
first
everything
set.
fails after that.
Kurt Parry.
Second time that's happened to Reece Colley today, and this time he's been punished by Kurt Parry.
Second against Reece to throw first. Game on.
Big mistake.
Yesterday's session was finished off a 1-4-4 checkout, and that was against
96.
Kurt Parry by
Reece
Ted
require
Evetts, but Parry
120.
cannot respond in kind. This to take us all the way. Options here. Decided to persevere with the treble 20. There was an option for ball there,
Kurt, you require
but that could be
48.
the end of the session for Reece Colley. It could be the end of the day, and it could be a day which sees Kurt Parry end 2 points clear at the top of the group.
Game
A sweet
shot
16
and the
points for
net.
Kurt Parry at the
Kurt
top of Group A.
Parry.
The bookmaker's favourite to win the week and the beginning of proceedings in Group A has now asserted his authority. Welcome back to the Modus Super Series, where Tuesday's action has come to a close, and it's been another exciting session here at the Live Lounge in Portsmouth. Ted Evetts, who led the group overnight, having won all 5 games on Monday, only picked up the solitary win. He's now in a race just to get into Group B, whilst Kurt Parry and Reece Colley, well, they won their first 4 games of the session. They were fighting it out in the last match to see who would complete the card and go top of the table overnight. It was Kurt Parry that would win that game 4-2. He has a 2-point cushion from Reece Colley in second. Ted Evetts is in third, but Darren Brown is lurking over his shoulder. It's been another good day as well for Dave Wusi. 3 wins from 5 for him. Stylianou is still awaiting that first win here at the Live Lounge in Portsmouth.